You're watching Up with Krem.
Spokane County Democrats believe they were targeted in a political attack after a man walked into their headquarters with a bomb threat around 11 a.m. yesterday. This morning, we are joined by the Spokane County Democratic Chair, Nicole Bishop, to talk more about that incident with us. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
First and foremost, we do want to ask for everyone that was in the Teamsters building yesterday morning throughout this terrifying ordeal, how is everyone faring on the last time you checked in with everyone?
Yeah, they're doing okay. They're definitely shaken up, and I don't know how you couldn't be after experiencing what they experienced. But, they've really bonded over the experience, and they've been wrapped with so much support from the community, from people in the party who know them, from elected, from so many people. And so I feel good about how they're feeling. And I think that it's just going to be something day by day where we'll keep checking in. We'll make sure that they have support in multiple ways, whether it's counseling or even just someone to bring them a hot meal. But they're doing okay. Thank you for checking.
What struck the Spokane County Democrats that this was a politically motivated incident?
There are two things that made me feel comfortable in connecting those dots. The first is that, the Teamsters building, when the person walked in, he went directly to the Democrats' office and forced his way in to the office. And then he had a manifesto as well that he gave to one of our volunteers, both of our volunteers, and wanted them to read and disseminate. They couldn't really read much that was on there, but they did see the word Democrats at one point, and they did see the word Republicans at one point. And so with all those pieces together, it seems that there's at least some political motivation for this attack.
I want to ask you, have you seen any recent escalations of politically motivated hostility towards the Democratic Party here in Spokane?
Around summer, we received another threat at that point as well. It wasn't carried out in the way that this threat was. And then I think that I've seen just in general a lot of escalation in the area. Monday, Planned Parenthood also had a bomb threat that appears to be unrelated from this one. So there does seem to be growing escalation in terms of violence and hateful rhetoric.
I want to ask you, Nicole, we've seen a number of local leaders already in Spokane just over the past 24 hours on both sides of the political line starting to share their voice to condemn yesterday's act. What do you believe needs to happen next, both from local leaders and maybe even from the general public?
Absolutely. And I really do feel heartened by a lot of the local leaders that have stepped forward to speak out against this. And I think that the first thing is that's something that needs to continue. I think people really need to recognize, in this instance, we're fortunate that it appears to be an unorganized attack, so it's not connected to any broader, more organized infrastructure. But we also want to make sure that others who are watching feel deterred, that there isn't this supportive outlet within different electeds or parties or whatever the case may be. And so I think leaders really need to come together and really vehemently stand against what happened today. I think that's the first step. And then I think that this is really the start of a lot of community conversations about how do we as a community stand against violence and protect those who are engaging in the political process.
Nicole Bishop joining us this morning. Just want to let you know we have gotten a few messages coming through on our own Zip Whip saying that our viewers saying they are happy that no one was hurt. And on behalf of Up with Krem, I know we can safely say we are happy that no lives were affected in terms of being hurt, no lives lost. So we are grateful that it did not escalate beyond what it was, but we are grateful as well that you joined us here on Up with Krem. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with more.